Sip. Which one do I say? Hello?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and a tutorial on the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. So this is what the outside of the packaging looks like. And I'm not going to swatch it because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen swatches everywhere. But of course, the nice velvet. I actually really love the velvet. So you can see here it is. I'm going to get this little, I'm just going to take a little brush out. I never use those, and then take off the little film and the sticker on the mirror. So hopefully I know how to work with this thing because I have seen other reviews and I know there's a lot of kickback and a lot of people aren't too happy about that. So let's see how it works for me. I love Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. Like, I'm a big collector of her palettes. Ooh, something fell. Like, I have the Mario palette, of course I have Modern Renaissance, and then I have the Artist palette. This is what this one looks like. Yeah, see, kickback. I mean, I don't, to be honest, I don't mind it that much because I would rather have the pigmentation, if that means that it comes with kickback, versus having less kickback, but then me having to pick up so much color and try to keep building up the color. I'd rather have just straight pigment. I know that's hard to work with. So these are the colors that come inside the palette. I actually love the color scheme. This is a lot cooler compared to Modern Renaissance. These colors remind me a lot of like a 1970s like living room. Like the yellow, the orange, this color definitely, and then this color up here. Yeah, this definitely reminds me of like a 1970s like living room. I really like the color scheme. I know some people weren't too happy about it, but yeah, I'm excited. I really like these colors. I know a lot of people loved Modern Renaissance. I mean, I liked it, but to me it just kind of seemed like an everyday type of thing, you know? Like, I don't even think I've ever even used Golden Ochre or Warm Taupe in here. Like, these colors still look brand new. Well, right here. I don't think I've ever used that one. Or this one up here. But I definitely love burnt orange. I use that like kind of on an everyday basis. I'm really happy with the color scheme and I'm excited to see what I can come up with. I don't know exactly what kind of look I'm going to go for, but I'm sure like after today I'll think of like cooler color combinations and like cooler looks. I think today I'm just going to try to do like, not play it safe, but just like I'm not gonna do like a cut crease or anything today. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, let's get going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows and just put my base. I'll show you guys when I do that. And obviously I'm just gonna do this the same way that I always apply eyeshadow. I always do my eyes first, my face last. Okay guys, now that I've filled in my eyebrows and carved them out with concealer, I'm going to do the same step that I do every time I apply eyeshadow, and that's set the primer with this Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the color Brulee. So what I do is I just tap. So this is the base that I always do for every eyeshadow look. Tap, tap, tap. It's so hot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this freaking tutorial, but hopefully I do. And sorry if you hear like background noises. Or like my neighbors or anything. The window's open. And I can't put the fan on or else you guys will hear it. It's super loud. Okay, now that I have my base, let's go into the palette. So I'm gonna pick up Edge. And I'm just gonna take that on a fluffy brush. This is a Sigma E40. The name is rubbing off, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Sigma E40. It's just a fluffy brush. It's like comparable to like a MAC 224. So I'm gonna pick up some edge. I'm not gonna swirl all crazy hard. I'm just gonna dab and then see what that does. And then if I need more product, I'll pick up more product. So I'm just gonna, you know, tap, like 3 taps. Yeah, there's some fallout, but I mean, nothing wild. And I don't actually like tap it off hard. I just kind of like flick it, and whatever falls off, falls off. Hey guys, so I had to switch location because it was way too hot in my room. And now I'm in my living room / kitchen back there. Yeah, I know you can probably hear the air conditioner, but it's way too hot. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get through this unless I have that on. So, what I was doing earlier, or I was gonna do, is I'm gonna put edge on. I'm gonna try to blend that into my crease, and I was gonna just tap it in a couple times like that. Pick up a lot of color, as you can see. And yeah, there's some kickback, but let's see how this blends into my skin. So far so good. Now I'm just gonna pick up more color, and again, the same thing. I'm more of like a tapping person. I'm never one to ever like deep swirl. I usually tap and then like work in small amounts, and I go in a lot of times. And I think that's gonna work for this palette. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna try to build up this yellow color, and as you guys know, I like to go pretty high up in the crease, so let's see how this eyeshadow performs doing that technique. And then I'm just going very soft. I'm barely grazing the skin. Not really going in there too harshly. I really like this yellow color. It's like a mustard yellow. So this is what I have so far, guys. I think it's blending out pretty nicely for me. This is how I would normally blend it out, and this is how it would normally look at this point. I usually go up very high. So I'm just gonna continue to build up the yellow, and then I literally barely graze the skin. But I do this with pretty much all my shadows. I like to work in small amounts and build, small amounts and build. I'm not one of those people that like they put a lot on and then they go in with a clean brush and blend it out. I think that's so much harder. I'd rather do a little bit of color, soft, blend, make sure it's blended, that layer is blended, go in again with a new layer very softly, make sure it's blended. Like, I want to blend in between steps, not just pack on the color and then blend it out with a clean brush. I think that's way too hard and waste time. I'd rather just blend once I'm in there, you know? Okay, so this is how much I want to build up the yellow. I think I'm pretty satisfied with the pigmentation at this point. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on with the new color. And there is a lot of fallout, but I mean, I'll show you guys. So this is the fallout. So this is the fallout that I got from using edge. So this is how this eye came out. I kind of do understand what people mean when they say it looks like it kind of oxidizes in some areas. Like, I feel like some areas are a little darker. Like right here looks darker than up here. Yeah, I think you can see it a lot right here, you see? Looks dark. Even though I apply the same amount of pressure throughout the whole eyelid. But I think it blended nicely. So next I'm gonna go in with New Wave, this orangey color. And I'm gonna see if I can deepen the crease with that. Or just add more dimension. Ooh, this is so pretty. This is really pigmented. Wow, this is a pretty orange. So this is what it looks like now that I've added New Wave. It just gives it a more orange tone, and I really like it. This is like an artificial macaroni and cheese color. So this will be the true test of dark colors. So I'm gonna do like a halo eye. I'm gonna do Access on the outer and inner corner, and then Electric in the center of the lid. So let's see how that turns out. So with Access, I'm just gonna do one like shimmy rub. One down. Super pigmented. Wow, that is amazing. I mean, there's definitely fallout, but again, I don't mind because I do my eyeshadow. I mean, I do my my foundation after eyes. So this is so pigmented. Here I am gonna go in and blend in Access because it's so dark that it's hard for me to blend it with that little flat brush. I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush and see. For this color, I just want to keep it really low but blended. I think Access is blending out fine. It is kind of picking off some of the color right here, but I can just repack that on. So now I'm gonna go in with Electric on the other side of the brush. Shimmy down. That was not a good idea. They're totally stained. Oh no, my Electric got stained with Access. Shit. I could probably just scrape that off though. Oh wow, this is so pretty. Wow, it's beautiful. I love how Access and Electric look together. So I did end up going up pretty high with the Access shade, but I really like how it blended into New Wave and Edge. So now I'm just going to go ahead and move on to their eye. So now I'm going to go ahead and blend out Access. So now I'm just taking some New Wave and blending out the edges of Access. Okay guys, so these are the finished eyes. I really like it. I think it blended out pretty nicely for me. I do have some fallout, but nothing too like extraordinary. I don't even know if you can tell. I mean, obviously right here a lot fell off when I put Access on the eyelid. I have a little bit right here. Just, you know, the normal kind of fallout that I always get. Nothing too dramatic. Yeah, so it's just like the normal kind of fallout that I would normally get. Nothing too major. And with the palette, I did get some kickback, but I mean, it's like the same amount that I would get from any of my other Anastasia palettes. Like, I'm pretty used to working with her kind of eyeshadows. So, I mean, I did fuck up Electric, as you can see, it's all like smushed and stuff, because that's just like how soft and buttery the eyeshadow is. And you guys saw it, I put like Access in there and then I try to scrape it off and clean it. But I mean, that's nothing. You can see Edge it just has like some texture, some little dots, because I think my technique works for this, like dipping the shadow instead of like swirl, swirl, swirl. I've never really been like major swirl person. The only time I ever really swirl or like really go in when I'm trying to pick up shadow is if like with my Coastal Scents palettes, like palettes that aren't as pigmented and I'm trying to pick up a lot of color, but I already know like that these would be super pigmented, so I work in a little bit at a time. So dip a little, blend, a little blend. I'm not gonna lie, blending out Access was a little hard, but I mean it is a really dark color. But overall, I really like how it blended into New Wave and Edge. And then I really like Electric in the center. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean out any little fallout that I have right here. I'm gonna go do my face off camera and then I'll be back so that I can show you guys what I wanna put on the lower lash line. Okay guys, so I finished up my face, put on my bronzer, highlight, and powdered the face. So now I'm gonna work on the lower lash line. I was kind of thinking of All Star, like a burgundy. First, I'm actually gonna curl my eyelashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and tightline my eyes with this Urban Decay Perversion pencil. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take a small smudger brush and I'm gonna go ahead and dip into All Star. Just 2 little dips and smudge out that black liner. So I'm really liking how the All Star looks on the lower lash line. Looks more like a purple look. I'll zoom you guys in. I'm loving this color combination. The mustardy yellow, the greens, and then the purple. I hope it looks purple to you guys. I'd say it's purple. I think in the inner corner I'm gonna add some cube. It's supposed to be like a pinky color. So I'm just gonna dab in there. Oh, it's so pretty. I think it really complements the All Star at the bottom. So this is the finished eye look, guys. Now I'm just gonna put on some mascara and my lashes. And the lashes that I'll be using are the KOKO Lashes Goddess. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I added some lashes and my lips. So my lips are this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Stark Naked. Focus. And then the gloss is MAC's Oyster Girl lip gloss. And overall, I really do like this palette. I love these colors. I do understand that they're super pigmented, so I made it work though. Like I think that what you need to do when eyeshadows are super pigmented is you just literally barely have to dip it in and then kind of fling off the excess and then like slowly, like barely graze the skin, you know? It's kind of actually weird because I'm actually a very heavy-handed person when it comes to my makeup. But when I realize like the type of eyeshadows that I'm working with, I know how to like make it work. So the eyeshadows in this palette are not the type of eyeshadows where you can be like digging into it, swirling hard, and then like swirling super hard in your crease. Like that's just gonna create a bunch of fallout and really harsh lines. Like with this palette, you need to like barely dip it in, barely graze the skin very slowly. And then also, I think another thing that helped me was my base. So whenever I do my eyeshadow, you guys know, I always set it. And I use a very like thick eye primer. Like I use a MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre, but I always set it with that Wet n Wild eyeshadow that I showed you guys. I would purchase this eyeshadow again and I would recommend it, but I would recommend it to people that know how to, that are like pretty experienced with makeup. I don't think this is like beginner friendly, and I don't think this is something that you can like, if you were in a rush, like say you're going to work in the morning, like, oh, let me just really quickly throw on some Access for work. Like no, it's gonna take you forever to blend that. You can't do it quickly. You need to like take your time and just know how to work with the shadows. I really like the palette. It wasn't anything as dramatic as the reviews I saw. Like Yeah, there was some, you guys saw, I didn't have that much fallout. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have that much fallout. They were still super pigmented for me. I know people are saying like, oh, there's batches. I don't know how accurate that statement is. Mine did have a lot of kickback, but again, you just have to know how to work with the shadows. I'm used to using like all kinds of different shadows. Like I love all of my Anastasia palettes, but I also love Coastal Scents eyeshadows. Like those are like cheap little palettes that are probably made in China, and I actually really like them, and I know how to make those work as well. So that being said, I love this palette and I can't wait to do more looks with it. So this is the final look that I came up with. And I used, how many eyeshadows did I use today? I used Access, Edge, New Wave, All Star, Electric, and Cube. So I used 6 shadows today for this look. I can't wait to do more looks with this palette, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And sorry if there was a bunch of like background noise and, you know, the change of location, but it's so hard to film in my house during the summer. It's so hot. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Wanna know? Seb.